Ang susunod na programa ay rated G. Ito ay pwede sa lahat ng manonood.
Good day, everyone! Today, we will be having an interviews and talks about our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal.
Hi! But before we start our show, let us introduce ourselves first. I am Mark Rizal'S.
And I am Mika Alcacero. And this is Pasto! So, partner, magiging interesting pala ang topic natin today because we will be talking about Dr. Jose Rizal, known as our national hero.
Yes, partner, because I believe that after this interview, we will learn something. We will gain something from the past. O diba, gusto mo yun? Balikan mo yung nakaraan mo. And of course, this show wouldn't be complete without the presence of our interviews. And here they are.
Hi, I am John Emily Fuaso.
Hi, I am Gwyneth Aguija.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Camille Francisco.
Hi, I'm Apolinario Camila Zircon.
And now, we prepared some questions to our guests. So what are we waiting for? Let's proceed for our first question. Did a pre-colonial Philippines exist before Spain? Why?
Yes, before the Spanish colonized the Philippines, there existed a 500-year-long tradition of indigenous feminism that predicted women's liberation in the West.
Yes, before the Spaniards came to the Philippines, the people lived in small towns called barangays. The leader of a barangay was called Datu. Many barangay would cluster together for safety and protection.
Yes, because we have an indigenous feminism. We call it Baylan refers to the pre-colonial Philippines tradition of female mystical healers whose spiritual connectedness was a source of political and social power.
So before the Spaniards arrived, the Philippines looked like this. Women were treated equally to males in the time of pre-colonial period. And the Babaylan was also one of the evidence of women's powerful and essential role in the society. That when the Spaniards arrived, that social order came to an end.
Okay, proceeding to our next question, it goes like this. Was our pre-colonial country a nation? Why or why not?
During the early period 1,000 years ago, the early Filipinos were composed of different groups that came from different parts of Asia. With different groups, they formed their own community, system of education, and religious belief.
Pre-colonial form of government before the Spaniards came to the Philippines. There were existing culture of the Filipinos
Which were not distinguished by most of the Filipinos, especially for the newborn citizens.
Our pre-colonial country Philippines was already a nation because the early Filipinos were made up of several groups that originated in various parts of Asia 1,000 years ago. In addition, the people of the Philippines had already developed the indigenous spiritual tradition.
What was Jose Rizal's view on nationalism? And explain.
He expressed his love for the Philippines through his novels, essays, and articles rather than the use of force or aggression. He desires unity for his country without any violent actions or any revolution act towards people who are making themselves as a superior to Filipinos, but uses his knowledge and virtues by writing novels.
Rizal's nationalism is of the inclusive, caring kind. This spelled out of the aims of La Liga Filipinas. Mutual protection is very one of or necessity, defense against all violence and injustice, and encouragement of instructions, agriculture and commerce.
It is a type of nationalism that coexists with a caring, behavioring, and interdependent world.
He is an advocate for great reforms during Spanish era that shows his love for our country, the Philippines. He is an author of a book that has shown his principle that up to date, people are still learning from it. He emphasized the importance of the Tagalog language and that language will not be a basis to know their status in life. But at the end of it, Dr. Jose Rizal just want our country to be one and to be let us be proud of being Filipinos because we will be proud as Filipinos.
Okay, so last question na tayo, and the question is, what did Jose Rizal want to accomplish when he learned about our pre-colonial history?
He wanted to recover the pre-colonial past to be awaken our consciousness in pre-colonial history.
By publishing his annotated version of De Morgan's Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, Rizal's intent was not only to provide the Filipino people their early history, a pre-Spanish history, but to present to them their own authentic culture and identity.
Rizal was much too inclusive, too committed to portray the past of the himself. Said cold-bloodedly and as an impartial judge, Rizal wanted to point out above all three things with the publication. Firstly, that the Filipinos possess an independent culture before the arrival of the Spaniards.
After discovering or learning the pre-colonial history, Jose Rizal aspired to recover the pre-colonial past that colonization had erased from the Filipinos. This involves the destruction of pre-Spanish records and artifacts that would have shed light on a pre-colonial society's character.
Thank you to our guest and to my partner, and we hope that we learned a lot about our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal.